All right, now, kids, I think it's time, and I think you've already met our friend Dimitri.
Hello.
All right, so say hello, Dimitri. Say hello to the kids.
Hello. How kids? Wow, it's good to see you all.
All right, now, Dimitri, we've started a new children's series at Agape. Do you know what it is?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. It's dun, 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 God's Wars. The Lord himself will fight for you. Just don't count. Exodus 14:14. Thank you.
That's right, Dimitri. And today we'll be discovering the revenge of the Midianites.
That sounds so scary.
Yeah, well, Dimitri, yes, it can be very scary. But remember, the Lord himself will fight for you.
Just don't count. Exodus 14:14. Thank you.
Well done, Dimitri. Well done.
Thank you.
Wow. You're a very polite little duck, aren't you?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, Dimitri, okay. I have an idea. How would you like to help me tell a true story of the revenge of the Midianites?
Sure, that sounds like fun.
Excellent. Now, adults, you can listen in too, but this is for the kids especially. So, our true story is found in the Bible in the book of Judges, in chapter 6 and 7. Now, the Bible tells us that God's people, the Israelites, had gotten into trouble. They did evil in God's eyes. And for 7 years, the Midianites ruled over them. Now, these Midianites were not nice people.
Yes, they were pretty mean. In fact, the Midianites were so cruel that the Israelites would hide out in caves and mountains out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
The Midianites would destroy their crops and take the animals. Because of this, the Israelites were starving and desperately needed help.
That's right, Dimitri. That's right. Now, what should we do when we are in trouble, Dimitri?
We should pray and ask God for help.
And that's exactly what the Israelites did. They cried out to God for help, and he answered them. The angel of the Lord came to a man named Gideon and told him that God was with him, but Gideon wasn't so sure.
Sir,
Gideon replied,
if the Lord is with us, what has all this happened to us? And where are all the miracles our ancestors told us about? The Lord has abandoned us and handed us over to the Midianites.
Yeah, the angel told Gideon that God would send him to rescue his people, the Israelites, from the Midianites. The angel said, go in the strength that you have. Now, this confused Gideon.
How will I be able to rescue Israel? I am not important or well known and definitely not strong enough to take on the enemy of my own.
Yes, right. He wasn't strong enough, but God told Gideon that he would be with him and that he would be able to defeat the entire Midian army as if he was fighting only one person. Now, Gideon wanted to know for sure that God would be with him to help, so he asked for a sign of God to give him. And in fact, God gave him 3 signs that proved that God was with Gideon and he would fight against the Midianites. So Gideon headed out to battle. He brought with him 32,000 mighty warriors to fight. But God told Gideon that he had way too many warriors with him. God knew that if this multitude of Israelites would fight the Midianites, they would win and then boast that they had saved themselves without God's help. So God told Gideon to tell the men,
whoever is timid or afraid may leave this mountain and go home.
Do you know how many were afraid, Dimitri?
Yes, 22,000, which means that only 10,000 warriors were willing to fight.
That's right. Now, God wasn't done. He told Gideon there were still too many fighters. He wanted to test them to determine who would stay and who would go. So Gideon took his warrior down to a spring of water, and God told him to watch how they drank the water.
I love water.
Yeah, you do. Now, some of the warriors cupped their hands together and scooped the water into their water into their mouths and drank the water with their tongues, almost like dogs. But others knelt straight down to the water and drank with their mouths in the stream.
I could just jump in water and splash and play. I love water.
Yeah. I'm sure you do, Dimitri. Well, Gideon was told to divide up the men into two groups. One group was those who drank with their hands cupped, and the other group was those who drank straight from the water, no hands. Only 300 of the men drank from their hands.
Only 300 men? Why would you go from 32,000 down to 300? Surely that wouldn't be enough to defeat the many Midianites.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many of them that they were like a giant swarm of locusts. The camels were like grains and sand on the seashore. Far too many to count.
That's right, far too many to count. But you know what? 300 men was all God needed. God told Gideon, with these 300 men, I will rescue you and give you victory over the Midianites. Send all the others home. Well, so that's exactly what Gideon did. It was going to take courage to stand up to the Midian army, and Gideon knew that God was on his side. Now, the Midian camp was in the valley, just below where Gideon and his men were. That night, God told Gideon to get up and attack. Gideon divided up his 300 warriors into 3 groups and gave each one a ram's horn, a clay jar, and a torch in it. He told them to keep their eyes on him and follow him exactly.
As soon as I blow the ram's horns,
Gideon said,
blow your horns too, all around the entire camp, and shout, for the Lord and for Gideon.
And it was just after midnight when Gideon and his group reached the edge of the Midianite camp. Loudly they blew their ram's horn and broke the clay jars. They had their flaming torch in one hand and the ram's horn in the other, and they all shouted together,
a sword for the Lord and for Gideon.
The Midianites had no idea what was going on. The Israelites warriors stood at their position around the camp and watched as all the Midianites rushed around in panic. They were so caught completely off guard and were shouting as they ran to escape. Now, the Midianites were so confused that they began to fight one another. The Israelites chased the Midianite army out of the land as they defeated them in a great victory.
Hurrah!
That's right. It was a great battle, and God received all the credit for the win. The Midianite army never recovered after losing so badly. And throughout the rest of Gideon's lifetime, about 40 years or so, there was peace in the land.
God used Gideon to lead the Israelites to victory. Gideon was unimportant or well-known and definitely not strong enough to keep the enemy on his own.
That's right.
But God filled Gideon with the Holy Spirit and gave Gideon lots of courage during those difficult times.
That's right, Dimitri, that's right. Just like our memory verse says, the Lord himself will fight for you.
Just stay calm. Exodus 14:14. Thank you.
Well done, Dimitri.
Thank you.
Wow. You're indeed a very polite little duck.
Thank you.
So what do you think? Do you want to help me again next time, Dimitri?
I think so. I just have to ask my mom first.
Of course, make sure you do that, and make sure you ask your parents. Now, Dimitri, thank you again for helping me with the true story today. You'll stick around for the rest of our little get-together on video?
Of course. Thanks for having me. See you next time, kids.
All right, bye, Dimitri. Kids, you can say bye to Dimitri. And Dimitri is going to be still here for the rest of our time together.